But, yeah, we're not going to hold any horses. We're actually going to get right into it so we can do what we came here to do, and that is to play some Dungeons & Dragons. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here today for Session 3 of C.A.G.E Adventuring Academy. I am joined here today by 5 Astudious Adventurers. Say hi, Astudious Adventurers.
Hi, Studious Adventures.
Hello.
Hello,
That's
Studious
you.
Adventures.
Yep, that's you. That's it. Last time we left off, our party had just finished orientation and found themselves in the post-exam. Get it? Because it's post-orient, whatever. You had to fight a bunch of chairs, and while you were doing it, there was a teacher with a clipboard who looked like he was watching you all and examining the fight, but let you know that this was your official, the official test to actually get into the academy. So, here in C.A.G.E, again being on the ninth block of this huge tower city known as Giblier, we zoom back in. Our party, after beating up some chairs, left and were introduced to your counselor, which, due to a lack of teachers, so happens to be the vice principal of the academy itself, Peepers. Ayo. Peepers, once again, is this suited with a nice fancy scarf. He's just like 3.5 foot tall, little owlin man with always a cheery expression on his face. He usually wears some strange, embroidered clip you see beneath this scarf once in a while of some type of crocodile or large reptile. But he took you all around the campus. He showed you all of the big things, including most of the school or the class houses. Like each class has its own district or building assigned to it. He took you to the great Giblier Chair Mimics sports ball arena. He took you over to one of the school's best spots, Salisbury Steak Diner. It's great. You learn they only serve Salisbury steak and soda there, but hey, sounds like a good spot. And you found the club walk. After making your way through what they would call the courtyard, which is where you can buy your lunch and hang out during nutrition hour. But your party ended up at the club walk for a little while, where you experienced some of the clubs that the school has to offer. Not all of them, as some of them aren't set up just yet. But in the meantime, you saw your friend Ivan. He was over on his own setting up the beginnings of the Botany Club, Meek, and he brought you over to the side and spoke to you once again about signing up, which you agreed to, as did a couple of your class members. It seems to be, it might be a trend in your adventuring party. So with most of you signed up for Botany Club, we had Hyaleem, who was still just once again kind of breaking down about the hierarchy and things he was being forced to do out of his comfort zone, and he ended up having a little heart-to-heart with Peepers about how this is just not acceptable, and he's going to have to figure out what's going on and kind of adapt to it, and that's not going to happen as far as Hyaleem is concerned. So with that noted, you left the club walk eventually and made your way over to the dormitory zones, where each of the adventuring parties typically shares a house with somebody, but with you all having one of your party members being of an abnormally large size scored yourself a pretty special spot. Though unfinished at the same time, half of a dorm that they call dormitory 7.5 appropriately.
My bad, y'all.
No, I love it so much.
I get that.
You pull up to dormitory 7.5, which is just half finished dorm. But the half that is completed is suitable for living. So you have 3 layers to it. The first being the communal living space with a kitchen and a living room, a couple bathrooms, and you go up to the second layer where, split off, we have the male section and the female section for your rooms so that you are separated. And Meek, you have your own special room at the back of the dormitory, which is basically like a big tarp tent set up over like a back porch area. But for all intents and purposes, it's very comfortable, especially compared to what you've been living in. And then the third floor, unfinished like the rest of the building, but you heard a very kind of sneaky and mysterious voice coming from up there, and you quickly recognized it as that of a ghost. She confronted the party, specifically Zesper and Maeve in the girls' room, and after kind of giving them the rundown about 7.5, and that she thinks that Meat Guy is pretty cute. She says you all are okay to stay here for the time being, and she thinks she wants to be friends. And she kind of freaks out as she's about to run off, as we're introduced officially to a very special friend of Zesper's, known as Claire. She is, again, a very, very unique individual. She is a ghost or a spirit bound to one of Zesper's items that follows her around. And they're basically Zesper's best friend, and in her eyes, her like only friend, at least for the time being. But Claire, as we talked about, is this. She has that kind of ectoplasm, that bluish green skin, but her hair is still that kind of curly, beautiful blonde hair, and she wears, as you put it, very kempt and nice clothes, but very old looking, almost like Little House on the Prairie. And let's see, unlike last time, we got a little bit of art here for our girl Claire.
No
Uh,
way.
we do, yeah.
Oh my god, that's so perfect. Yes.
So we have our little glimpse of Claire, who makes herself visible for a moment, revealing herself to, many times before Zesper, but officially Maeve as well, as you all conversate with Paul a little bit. But she quickly leaves back to her dorm, the third story of the building, to go make googly eyes at Meek as he sleeps, unbeknownst to him. But right before
Not
everyone
creepy at
kind
all.
of not creepy at all, just like a stalker ghost. She thinks you're hot, man. I don't know.
It's not weird. She thinks you're hot.
Who wrote this shit? You look out. You all look down at your eyes phones and see that right before you really settled into bed, there was a new message from the very popular streaming app everyone uses. You saw that someone called at the source reel was trending. And that is precisely where we pick back up. Everyone lying in their respective rooms, Meek out back, the boys in their bunk, which is more like a supply closet repurposed, and the girls in the only real bedroom still functional in the entire home. But yes, picking right back up there, the floor is yours.
What time is it?
It's probably like 9 p.m.
And they said curfew was 10, right?
Correct.
How far was it to like the food stands from here?
It's probably like 30 minutes. It's on the other side of campus.
Damn.
You're like in the northwest, the very top northwest corner almost, and it's back towards the southern portion, kind of where you entered.
Shit. I didn't get a chance. I was crashing out, so I didn't get a chance to grab anything while we are going
So
past
hungry.
it. Yeah, I can't get in the house, see if they have any food. I guess I'm gonna just look around outside, see if there's any bushes of like berries.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Sure. That's 19.
19. You leave your little tent of tarps, look out in the shrubbery behind, and actually find, strangely, this little lunchbox made of like some type of aluminum metal. So it's very, at this point, old and rusted, covered in dirt. It catches your eye just from a glint of light, and as you pick it up, it's covered in like almost like the Mystery Machine, those little cute like pink hippie flowers. It's pink metal that's very rusted and old, and with little pink flowers all over it. You pop it open. There's a really old thermos inside that looks like overall fine, and a sandwich that has probably a whole new species growing on it.
I'll pop up the furnace, see what that situation's
Huge
like.
meat. So like this troll, so he's a giant, reaches over, picks up a lunchbox, opens it up, pulls out the thermos, opening it up, and the smell hits you. Make a con save.
Of course. I would be more than happy to. That's a nat 20.
As a troll as well, smells delicious.
I very quickly run back to my little teepee and just go to fucking town on the sandwich and the thermos.
I love it, which is just not much more than a couple bites for someone of your size, but still it's way better than nothing, and nothing has been your dinner as of quite a few nights recently, so
Yeah,
we'll definitely take it.
Last dinner was also trash, so it's par for the course.
Par for the course. Maeve and Zesper, as you're kind of lying in your room, really Zesper, as you sit with Claire, Paula like whispers in your ear, but it's like a yelling whisper. He's like starving out there. Aren't you like adventure parties? Aren't you like his friend? Aren't you part of the same group? Your friend's starving out there. He has no food. He's eating dirt and trash, actually.
Okay, maybe your boyfriend should be a little more resourceful. Like, my plan is to wait for the rich kid to dorm dash him some dinner, and then I'm gonna go steal that dinner, and I'm gonna eat it.
She
Free
goes
dinner.
from ectoplasm blue to beet red, and you almost hear her hit the ceiling above you. She moves so quickly when you say boyfriend. Before you even finish saying the word, she darts back up to the third floor. And then yeah, we look over in the hallway down in this big L-shaped supply closet, two barely beds stacked against some shelves. We have Hyalim and Crimmy.
Mm. I do want to say, as Hylium was walking back from the horrible, horrible, devastating, soul-crushing news that he found out that he is basically essentially cut off. Oh,
Yeah,
I can't even think about it.
your parents have
He
left you nothing as of yet.
he did end up he did, as like a spite, join the emo sorcerers club
The
because he took note.
sorcerers?
Yeah, because he took note that no one else of his party
Amazing.
did. And he noticed everyone else joined the planning club. So he's like, "This is perfect. This is perfect. My plan."
Absolutely amazing. So, as a side note, but yeah, before you return home, hitting that before curfew, you sign up for the sorcerers. I love to hear it.
And then I'm gonna be like, "Oh, okay." um, uh, mm, hmm. Mushroom guy 2. Mushroom guy 2. Mushroom guy 2. Yes, yes, Mushroom guy 2.
I guess that works. I do have a name.
Mm,
It's
mm.
Cremmy.
Yes, yeah, I knew that. Yeah, he said, I need you to teach me how to be peasant.
Teach you how to be peasant.
Mm,
Uh,
yes.
that's a little insulting, but what feed me here? What exactly is it you're looking for, man? Like, what do you want to know about quote being peasant?
Teach me how to be you. How about that?
Oh, brother, I'm not a peasant. I'm as
Mm,
rich as they get, man.
yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How how do I become as rich as they get?
Well, you just gotta appreciate everything you have. Realize that everything around you is kind of like a gift, man. I mean, you really should only take what nature's willing to give you. And if you're willing to give back to nature, you can pretty much have anything you want. And if
So
that's not rich, I don't know what is.
so it's kind of like when you buy a parfait and they ask for extra toppings, but you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna have extra toppings. Send it back. Is that kind of like taking it back to nature, because I'm already satisfied with what I had?
Well, did you wait? Did you already order the toppings and then say no, I don't want them anyway?
That's besides the point. No?
Well, that would just be wasteful.
But you said
That's
bring it back when I
that's the
don't need.
opposite. Well, yeah, but I mean, you should take it to begin with. I can see you're struggling with the concept of what is being rich. I think it's different for everyone, but
Mm, mm,
uh, if you really want to know what it's like to be me, whatever that
mhm,
means to you,
mhm.
uh, I'd be happy to introduce you to some of my plants that I brought along. I'm about to set them up in a window.
Plants. Yeah, I would love to. Just give me like 1 second. Just 1 second. I'm just gonna look to the wall and silently scream. I would be happy to.
Are you okay? You look like you had a situation there. Are you feeling all right?
Um, I have had a day, but I need to become like a pet, like you. So teach me your ways. So you put this plant, like this plant in the window, for what reason?
Well, it needs sunlight, obviously. Of course, some plants don't like the sunlight as much, so you got to keep them out of the sunlight. But that's neither here nor there. Uh, yeah, I'm just kind of putting up things that make me feel like I'm at home. Maybe
So
that's the issue. Maybe you're having a tough time being away from home. I get it, man. You know, it's my first time too. You know, it was a long, busy day with a lot of crazy stuff that happened. But hey, if you ever need someone to talk to, I'm always here.
why, thank you. That really, that's really kind of you. Um, it's just that this, our quote unquote dorm, this entire house is the size of my bathroom. Okay,
That's
and
that's a big bathroom.
big tubs, really nice big tubs. What I
So
wouldn't give for a
glorious.
rose bath right now. But alas, I, for some kind of soul searching journey, must become a hero. So I must help you and them. So I must become a pet. I mean, like you.
You want to be a hero. I
No,
mean,
no, no. I don't want to be a
hey,
hero. I have to be a hero.
I see. Some
Mhm.
pretty extravagant aspirations, my man. I
To be
respect it.
honest, it's not really mine. It's more of like, say, okay, say, let's do this in your talk. Okay, say I want to plant, like, I'm this amazing, beautiful tree, but I kind of just want to stay inside. But my big, amazing tree parents are like, you have to go outside or you'll die because you can't get no sun. But
Checks
like,
out. Yep.
obviously that's stupid, and I, with all my money, I mean tree money, I can just buy an indoor sun.
An indoors. I mean, yeah, they make like UV lights and stuff for certain plants, but again, I'm just not sure I'm making the connection, brother.
Meek,
So,
you sat in the backyard in your tree tent
Mhm.
and realized that these voices you're hearing are not just made up or the wind. You're hearing this
Mhm.
conversation because there actually is a little chunk of the wall in their room missing.
Mm.
So if you just kind of sit up, you can look into their bedroom on the second floor.
Oh, I'm tall enough. I can just see directly into
Yeah.
Yeah, you just see Meek's like horn head pop up. Oh, hey guys,
Oh, what's up, Meek?
what are y'all
what?
talking about?
Wait, does you guys don't have people cast the daylight spell constantly for glow your plants? What?
No,
I mean, you could. It's a little
yeah, I
beyond what
mean
I'm capable of at the moment, but
that's a lot of spell slots daily for someone. I mean,
Well, if you're getting paid, like, I don't know how much they paid, but if you're getting paid, you know, it's okay. I mean, you signed the offer, you signed the contract, and you're not doing a venturing. It's like,
I mean,
hey,
no, I get that. I just mean from like a logistics standpoint, that someone being able to have to cast daylight over and over throughout a day, they have to have quite a few the ability to cast quite a few third level spells. That
oh,
means there's
like,
probably gonna be someone who's probably a lot higher caliber than being paid to cast spells so a plant can grow every day.
so, like, what the gardeners like to do is, like, we hire interns, and we give them, what this is their words. I don't really handle the business. We give them exposure. So, like, as soon as they get that third level spell, we pay them an exposure so they can cast daylight. So think of it like, say we graduate and you have the daylight spell.
Uh huh.
My gardeners would offer you the opportunity, the privilege to cast it for exposure.
What do you mean exposure? Like,
The other rich people will see you and they want you to do it as well for more money.
but I'm not getting money in the first place, so why?
It's like you gotta open up the first step.
Over in the girls' room, as this Meek, Meek, Hylium, and Crimmy sit like, I don't know, man. Sunlight's pretty powerful stuff. Those plants eat it up. We have Zesper and Maeve and Claire, who is still kind of just like sitting there vibrating. Zesper, I can't believe she could see me. No one's ever been able to like see me before. There's other ghosts.
I know. It's wonderful.
Is that what I am? She said she's a ghost, but I'm like in a sword. I don't understand. But she can see.
No, yeah, no, you're definitely a ghost. Definitely. Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She looks over at Maeve.
Maeve's just standing there, like, had just finished her whisper message to Meek.
Well, the only logical conclusion is she must also have a ghost, right? Maeve?
What?
You have a ghost. Yeah.
No? I might be haunted by some ghost, but I don't have a ghost.
Oh, well, the newest ghost you're haunted by is Claire. Here.
Cool.
Claire looks around. Did I haunt her? She looks so.
You do now?
She looks so. Did I accidentally haunt her? Oh my god. I am
Can
so
I-
sorry.
Can Maeve
No, in
hear
a
her?
friendship way.
She starts
Like,
like
can
tearing
Maeve
up.
hear this?
Yeah, no, you can see and hear her. Ever since Paula entered the room and
Maeve goes,
acknowledged
no,
her.
no, no, you weren't haunting me, trust me. You're great.
Am I haunting her? Am I a bad
No,
ghost?
definitely not. You're a great ghost. You're a wonderful ghost, Claire.
Again, as you're like, no, Claire, it's okay. All of your phones kind of vibrate again. And the app is talking of like a streamer view record being hit. As the source reel is just popping off right now.
I'll pull it up on my phone.
So does Maeve. Holds it out so Zesper can see it.
All of you kind of look down for a moment at your phones, and as you do and pull up the app, you pull up this streamer at the source reel. And as you do, on the screen is a beautiful, almost perfect looking porcelain woman. She has no pores, overtuned expressions like she's a VTuber. But the most strange thing about her appearance are her wide glowing eyes that are shaped like kind of golden glowing halos. And her pupils look like little hearts right now. And they seem to change and kind of blink, right? Like that's her like VTuber persona. And she sits in this throne of like glittering petals that just fall behind her like the sakura leaves. Just kind of raining behind her, and this is what you see on your phone. And you see she has a ridiculous amount of viewers, more than you've ever seen, close to 90,000 right now.
Damn.
Look at the big eyes.
And she just sits reading out the chats, lovely messages, and thanking people for donations. Yeah, and looking like she has almost 90K viewers right now on Tongue Talk.
Is she like doing anything, or is she just like chatting?
Chatting. She sits, and as you look down at the chat, you see messages flying by, but a few like donations. User 122, I needed this for real. Girl cursed 83, I wish he was real so bad. Chair fan 69 says Sourcefest gonna change us.
Sourcefest.
Hollow Print says, anyone else hear voices in their sleep? Question mark, question mark, question mark. And Meek, she sits, just reads like, hi there, Lightbringer. You made it through the day, and that's enough. You're more than enough. Just kind of gassing people up who donate to her in chat. And she's just so beautiful. Yeah, like people, it's like a parasocial thing. Like people are just in love with this VTuber persona.
Not gonna lie, that hits close to home. You know, it was like, you did okay today. That hits a little too close to Hylian.
Meek is just like so neurologically brained that he's just like, I don't fucking know you. Why? What the fuck is this?
Why is this so popular?
He can't wrap his head around it.
And as everyone watches, does anyone so happen to see their friend's name fly by in the chat?
I feel like Maeve would.
What would Maeve say in the chat?
I don't think that's the thing. I think Maeve would just send like little emojis using different things.
I
She wouldn't
see.
say anything. She's like, I'm not gonna use words.
Little pogs.
Exactly.
Dogs.
Pog champs and hearts. That is
That's
so
Maeve
funny.
for you.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Well, as you all kind of just check out and see that this random streamer you have never heard of until today is popping off, and the chat reflects that these aren't bots. There are real people watching, interacting with her stream. Meek, your phone buzzes, and a notification comes over the screen. Whoop. It's from Ivan.
Yeah.
It says, "Hey,
Oh,
Botany Club meet tomorrow after class? ? Your friends are welcome too. Really want to try out Souls."
Souls. Like,
The diner.
oh, the diner. That's right. I thought you. I mean, I thought you meant like smelling salts for a second. I was like,
Oh.
whoa, Ivan.
Gotta chill, man. Yeah, he said he really wants to try out
Amazing.
the diner. And he said anyone's welcome, but he wants to get
Yeah,
all the
I
bonding
w-
member together.
Yeah, I will. Well, I guess I I'm talking to Hayuhim and Kremi. Hey guys, do you want to meet at Souls after school for a botany club?
Oh, no, I did. So I have other plans. I gotta study. Haha.
Did not invite you.
That sounds awesome to me. HD, this might be a good opportunity for you to maybe learn a little bit more about people like us.
Uh,
Gotta immerse yourself in the culture, man.
I actually, I have a prior engagement. I can't. It would be dishonorable to mark my presence elsewhere and say I can't. I could not just do that. I told them that I would be coming. Honor my presence. So I sadly will not
That's
be able to
that's
attend.
very respectable, man. You know what? No pressure. Next time, rain check.
I'm
So-
remembering that he has detention after class.
Oh no, not that, not that. No, he's gonna skip detention.
Amazing.
So you're cool. So you're cool. Just your honor is besmirched when you're late to something, but not when you play with my dead body and use it for views.
Ooh.
Well, yes, because I'm learning, but well, my views right now is that as a peasant, you are below me. But I'm learning, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
He's going through the program.
Okay.
Meek, a
That's messed
vein
up.
in his head, super, super visible again.
just, just trying so hard to keep us cool.
Well, lovely talking to you guys, and I'm gonna go crisscross applesauce and start levitating to trance.
Yeah. I guess
Amazing.
I'll like forward the text to Zesper and Maeve that Ivan invited us out to dinner.
Like
I
Maeve
see this
responds
text
with a
on
thumbs up.
Maeve's phone.
Literally types out thumbs up.
Types
So-
out thumbs up instead.
Yup.
It's so.
I
And
lean
then
over.
literally goes, JK, yeah, we'll be there.
Okay, I was about to be like, Dash, me too.
Amazing. Maeve, take inspiration. That's actually really funny. Thumbs up. I love it.
Thumbs up. So good.
It's like, what?
Quite literally.
Amazing.
That is her. She's like,
Cool. So you all confirm back to Ivan, like, we'll be there. So you have plans tomorrow after the first day of classes to meet up with Ivan. Very cool, very cool. So, let's see. And that would be like, he means tomorrow night. So even if class is in before that, he means like, yeah, like tomorrow evening for dinner. He wants everybody in Botany Club to meet at Souls. So you have that on your agenda now. The party, if there's nothing else you want to do in this night, then after responding to that, we go into our long rest.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I do think I want to do one thing.
Sure. What you got in mind?
I'm going to, because there's just like a massive hole where I can like talk to them, right?
It's yeah. There's like a crack in their wall that wasn't patched up. That you can kind of
Mhm.
look into.
Gotcha. Would it be big enough for my familiar to get in and out through?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna task Morris, my little trustum familiar, to go steal Hyalim's phone.
Amazing. Hylium sits in a trance, so I will give him the opportunity to spot it. But why don't you? Do you have invisibility on your Tressum or anything?
No.
So go ahead and just roll a stealth check with your Tressum versus
Yeah.
Hylium's passive insight. So you need to beat a DC 10.
Okay. He has a +3, so
Okay.
7 or higher.
7 or higher.
That's an 8.
Just
Ooh.
barely. It's one of those deals where like your cat sneaks in, just staying low to the ground through that hole, creeps around the edge of the room up behind Hylium's bed. He levitates about 6 inches above the bed itself, in kind of like the crisscross position with his hands up. And as Morris kind of like ducks back down after grabbing the Eyes phone, he kind of bumps his head on the bed, which causes Hylium to like look around for a moment, but then continue trancing. Before
Amazing.
you do manage to snag his phone.
Yeah. Oh, does Hylium have a passcode on his phone?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know this guy's birthday. Won't it? Shit. I didn't think this far ahead. Fuck.
So funny. It's like, oh, what do I do?
I'm gonna just try to type, like, using the numbers to try to type out rich. See if that works.
Does it work?
Mm-mm.
No.
No. Fuck. All right, I'm just. That was my only idea.
You
Okay.
try a couple, you're like, shit, I don't want to lock it up. And you have, or do you like sneak it back in there, or what do you do with it afterwards when you realize you can't get into it?
You know what? Fuck this guy. I'm just gonna throw it as hard as I can, as far as I can.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. You take his phone, steal it from him in the night, walk out, and chuck it out into the woods behind 7.5. Absolutely love it. So, you get that done. You go to sleep like everyone else, and in the morning, almost like the trumpet salute coming over the intercom, as if you were in the military, you hear blasting from the intercoms. Good morning, everybody! Glorious students of the cage! It is I, your favourite feathered, ever-watchful Vice Principal Peepers! I hope you've all slept well, because the first day of classes begins in just 2 hours! That's 2 60-minute intervals! You have no excuse to be late! But that's right! Sharpen your quills, summon your socks, and please, for the love of Arcane, don't eat unlabeled breakfast potions. You're not supposed to have them in the first place. All right. And a gentle reminder, you hear him kind of like shuffling papers on his desk. A gentle reminder that sports ball tryouts will be held at the arena this afternoon. So show up, show out, and remember, go cheer mimics! All right, have a great day. Click.
I do want to say, since I trained, so I always need 4 hours of sleep. Every day, what Hylam does is he goes out for those 4 hours and he practices his dancing, so he wouldn't be at the house in the morning time.
I love it. So where would you be?
Probably just like on the outdoor field. Like no one's gonna go be up, you know.
Out on the field. Okay.
I mean,
So you get up after 4 hours. So you get up at about 2 or 3 in the morning and realize curfew is still on for another 3 or 4 hours. Do you still try to sneak out into the night, like, or what is Hyalim's plan?
I ain't gonna sneak. I'm just gonna walk out, just straight up.
I love it so much. As you do, you walk out and you get to probably like 4 dorms down, and you hear what sounds like peepers. Hey, what are you doing? And it's not
Practicing.
Peepers, the vice principal. It's Peepers like dressed up in a little like cop or a guard outfit with the little hat in the badge, and he just points like an arcane flashlight at you. What are you doing?
Focusing on my studies. You know, it takes dedication.
That is true. It does take dedication and study. You need to do that at your dorms. It's after curfew hours.
I'm going to fake smile and say, but I would hate to wake up my friends.
Oh, really? What are you doing that's going to wake them up? You're allowed to be outside your dorm, just not down the road. You need to stay around it.
I'm going to pose dramatically. I'm going to dance. It's ancient elven tradition. Basically,
It's the cops.
you know, I gotta practice. I gotta practice my dance. It's the one tradition that I keep. You know.
Okay, roll a performance check or a persuasion check. Persuasion, trying to talk him out of it. Performance, if your dance can persuade him.
I'm gonna do performance because I get advantage on dancing because I'm on a
Okay.
dance board.
So funny. Beautiful music just spawns out of midair as Hyalim begins to just do the most beautiful choreographed ballet that anyone's ever performed at 3 a.m. in the streets of the C.A.G.E Academy. And little guard Peepers looks at you teary-eyed. You do what you need to do. Here, take this. He gives you a pass.
Oh,
And it's for
thank
today.
you.
So, like, for this night, you are allowed to be out after curfew. And it's
You were too
signed
kind.
by Guard Peepers.
Perhaps I was too rude to you, little buddy.
What? Alright, have a good one.
You're nothing.
Dancing man. And you run away. Okay.
And I'm gonna
Absolutely
ballet
beautiful.
spin into the distance.
Cinema.
But yeah, that's just I wouldn't be in the dorm in the morning time. That's all. Yeah.
100%. Hell yeah. Cool. So, eventually, the morning time hits. You hear that announcement. So when you are out on the Owlbear field, what the heck am I talking about? The Chair Mimic field. We're in the wrong universe. For the sports ball, what are you doing? You're just dancing all night? Like, how long are you dancing for?
What I was taught in ancient tradition, you just keep on. You just I'm just working up a sweat, just doing a beautiful numbers across the field, working on I guess both my dexterity and just trying to dance away the pain.
So,
The
while
pain
everyone
of being-
hears that back at the field, or while you're back at the field, everyone's back at the dorm 7.5 and hears that,
Mhm.
you dance your heart out. You're covered in sweat. You've been dancing for hours now. That movement's not too bad.
Oh, what? Hmm?
And you look over, and you see the fighter teacher, Coach Dreg, kind of standing off with a
Oh.
clipboard. You're muddling up the sports ball field, but you got moves. Hey, didn't you? Weren't you the one that got paired up with Vice Principal Peepers?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
I'm pretty
was,
sure
yes.
you've got triple detention this afternoon. Don't forget.
I do not. Yeah, no, actually, me and Peepers worked it out.
It's Vice Principal Peepers.
Oh yes, me and Vice Principal Beavers worked it out.
Hylium, like, looks like he's swallowing disgusting medicine.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he
it's just
puts that in front of it. Absolutely. Alright, well,
yeah.
that's good then. But hey, this
I-
afternoon, maybe you should try out for the sports ball team. I think you might have something we like.
Thank you. I will definitely do that. Now, if you excuse me, actually, you're my teacher,
I'm sorry.
so let's go to class together.
He like pulls out a clipboard. He's like, "What's your name again?" What do you mean? What's your name?
I'm gonna speak in Elvish. I'm just gonna say my name in Elvish.
Wouldn't that just be Hylian Jotaro?
With an elvish accent.
Yeah.
Speaking in cursive.
He goes through like there's like 50 pages on this clipboard. He just keeps lifting pages. And he does that for a few minutes. Yeah, I don't see that name nowhere through me nose.
Oh. There I am. I'm gonna point to Orlando name. Yep, there I am.
You're a Minotaur. I guess they come in all shapes and sizes.
I was terribly cursed.
Nice to meet you, Thud.
The pleasure is all
What did you
mine.
want me to call you? Hallalilim?
Yes. It's what people close to me call me. Yes, it's a very honorable name. Very
Alright.
distinct, has a lot of class to it.
I think I'll stick with Thud. If that's alright. If that's your birth given name.
Okay. Oh, I swear. This is hell. What?
So you two hear this announcement come over pretty much soon after you finish this conversation with Coach Drag and the rest of the party back at the dorms. What do you all do first thing in the morning as you wake up to the sound of Peeper's voice filling the house and notice that Hylian is gone? I'm sure that's neither here nor there. But what do the rest of you do when you wake up?
Kremi's
My
gonna
thing's-
wake up and stretch because he got a great night's sleep and start watering his plants. Breathe in the day. Start thinking about how excited he is to start classes. It's a big moment.
Amazing. And what does Kremi's living space look like after getting it set up a little bit like you like it?
It's got you know how you can have kind of like faux vines and stuff kind of dangling. That's what I did. I created sort of like a mosquito net of vines all around with some druid craft, and yeah, it looks very very earthy and green.
Amazing. So you have your own spot, already making the room as much to your, what you're liking to make you comfortable as much as you can.
That in my window. Yeah.
Amazing. And then Meek in the backyard. What do you do when you wake up?
Meek does what he does every morning, which is stretch after sleeping on the ground. You have to make sure you don't fuck up your back doing it. And the second he realizes that he has a chance, he's just gonna make like a mad dash for the food stands, try to get there as fast as he can.
So hungry. Amazing.
It's probably been like 2 weeks since he got food that wasn't trash.
Oh no.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's going for it.
The house shakes as you all wake up in the morning. Meek, not having eaten in quite a while or eaten anything good, he darts from the house going to the courtyard, whilst that leaves our friend Zesper, Maeve, and Kremi still inside. Zesper and Maeve, you wake up in the room by yourselves, the only actual room in the house. What are you all doing first thing in the morning after hearing this? What is your plans for the day?
Slide a dagger from underneath my pillow and open one eye to kind of dart around the security places I've put in the room as the entire fucking house shakes.
Literally
She
sees Maeve
hops
with a
out of
bat.
bed. Yeah, it goes, Maeve, did you hear that? And begins like checking like the window jams and all of the things she learned growing up in like rock bottom.
Amazing. As you do, you
Maeve is
look
a
out and
bat.
see your friend Meek just darting down the street, down the
Oh.
alley, towards something.
Oh, we're good. We're good. It's
Yeah.
Meek.
Maves as a bat just kind of was clinging onto the ceiling somewhere, stretches out her wings and goes, "Huh?
Oh my god. Of
What's
course you
happening?"
slept through it. What if it was an intruder, Maeve?
We're fine.
Never mind. Just be very careful when you turn back into a human. There's ball bearings under where you're sleeping. So if someone sneaks up on you, you hear them before they can kill you.
She kind of flaps her wings and just lands on your shoulder and goes like, "I think I'll just sit here."
Okay, that is perfectly fine by me.
Sis, I told you that I don't have to sleep. I watch it, make sure no one's coming.
No, I'd like you to at least go through the routine. You know, we talked about how keeping a routine keeps you feeling connected to the living and
I know. It's
you know?
just, it's a lot of cleanup in the mornings. And as Claire is kind of talking to you, Maeve, you can still see Claire for some reason, Maeve. But Paula B kind of almost like Looney Tune-esque does like the, Cupid hands under her chin. She falls through the roof down, looking out the window with you, Zesper. Like, do you see how fast she can run?
Oh my god. Yes,
He's
Paula, he's
so cool.
incredibly fast.
He's so cool. He's so tall.
He's very tall.
So, like, what are you all doing?
Considering we have 2 hours, I'll probably sneak around the school while the teachers and professors get set up, and then I'm gonna sneak in like I didn't do that. See what I can dig up about the first day prep.
Amazing. All right.
Feel like
And
I'm gonna
then,
tag along.
awesome. So you're going
I'm
with
gonna hide as a
Zesper.
bat. Maeve's like, "I'm gonna blend in with your hair like I'm a set piece."
Oh yeah, of course. A goth girl would absolutely have a
Quite
bat.
literally burrows her little bat form like in her hair, just goes like, "This is
I
just your
I'm
little head
love
so
it.
peeking up."
so used to Penny Dreadful climbing up into my hair. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's cool. Make yourself at home.
Beautiful. So, you do just that, and Zesper, you move out. Where are you going? Which teacher are you trying to spy on?
Um, let's see. I think I want to suss out more about the fighter teacher since he's the only one we've really interacted with. I think that would be first on Zesper's brain.
Amazing. So, you kind of retrace his steps, following from where like, the teacher's housing is, those that stay on campus, and figure out that he's already made it out to the sports ball field. Where, when you make it out there, you actually spot him and Hyleem speaking kind of out in the middle of the field. Hyleem, covered in sweat, looks like he's been running miles all morning.
Oh shit, I think he's whipping Highland into shape.
Maeve on the
So
back of your head.
about like so should I like what's our schedule looking like? Like school schedule. Can you get me a little in on the assignments? I mean, haha.
Well, every teacher does something different. I don't know what to tell you about that. Now, if
Well,
you were my
you're my
student, I'd
teacher.
tell you. Oh, forgive me, Thud. Forgive
Of
me,
course,
Thud.
of course.
You don't take me as a fighting type, but I'm glad to have you. Well, we're gonna be lifting quite a few weights today. Tackling some big heavy things, pushing them around, refining our
Hey,
bodies and our fundamental understandings of what it is to be a fighter. People think we just swing weapons around willy-nilly, but there's an art to it, and I'm gonna show you all what it means to be a fighter.
I'd like to think that there is more to being a fighter. There's more to instead of just brute forcing, there's also being nimble and dexterous to it.
Yeah, not my favorite, not my cup of tea, but it's there, and it has to be recognized. Prefer the big muscles, yeah, but you know.
Careful, because even with those big muscles, does that help if you're too slow?
All right. Well, I'll be back in a couple hours there for first class. You should get some rest.
Okay. This ain't nothing I'm not used to. Oh!
Amazing. He walks off, and Zesper is still kind of hiding near the entrance of the arena. With Maeve in your hair, you look off and you see him talking to Hylium. And first, what do you do after you see him start to kind of walk off?
I think I. Does he appear to be leaving the field at all, or is he kind of setting up for the day?
He walks to the opposite side of the arena from the normal entrance into kind of like an administrator's office.
Oh, hell yeah. We're going in there.
Awesome. So you sneak
Or
up
at
there. Go
least
ahead.
to a window.
Of course. Give me a stealth check with advantage. Amazing. Yeah, you sneak up and you peer through a window where you see Coach Dreg sitting, looking at this clipboard. He has about 50 pages. And Zesper, your eyes feel like they're deceiving you as he pulls out half of the stack is empty. He just does it to look like he has a lot of paper.
Oh. I begin writing down in my notebook while glancing back and forth between it and him.
And before he
That
does,
could
he kind
come
of
in
does the
handy.
like look over his shoulder, look around the room, and he takes out half. He looks like he's so relieved, like the clipboard is so much lighter without the paper in there. Amazing. So that's what you and Maeve do with your mornings. And then Cremmy, I believe, like you said, just kind of waiting for class to start, burning a little bit of time. Is there anything
Yeah,
else you'd like to
I'm
do?
gonna just start decorating the entire room since it's
I
empty
love
and
it.
there's nobody else there, just tons of plants. And then I wanna kind of go on campus and find a good coffee spot. Go for a good cup of Joe
Amazing.
before the class starts.
So
You know what?
Meek,
I'll even send a text out, a group text to everybody, be like, grabbing coffee on campus if y'all want to meet.
you create your group text right then and there. What is it called?
Oh
Ooh,
no.
Yeah.
ooh, hmm.
What you gonna name
What'd you say?
That's a good question. That's a good
it? It
question.
literally goes, "What you gonna name it?" Not Maeve
Uh,
trying to type back with little bat wing thumbs.
I mean, anyone can change the title of the group chats, right? So I guess for now it'll just be Cremian characters. Yeah.
Nice.
Insane.
Cremmy and characters. You all see pops up on your SMS. You open it up, and what does the message say?
Grabbing coffee on campus if anybody wants to meet.
Amazing. So everyone gets that message. Before you send that message, Meek has pretty much just made it, or has just sat down with some food. But over at the courtyard, let's jump really quick. There's a few different generic spots, but there is the three biggest spots that have lines as soon as they open in the morning is the Glizzy Hut, which is self-serve hot dog stand. Not actually marbles, which is just marbles made of ice. So it's just ice, but it tastes like ice cream. Whatever, you should try it. It's pretty good. And then Colonel Kebabs, which is kebab.
I think Meek has just a mountain of of food from all three.
Amazing. Amazing. And you get three free meals a day. So you take that card, and yours is like extra big since you're such a big guy. And as
Mhm.
you wake up, that spell, almost like it's on a timer, kind of takes you to your normal size again, right? Or to your like functional size again. So
Mhm.
you're sitting there chowing down. Your phone buzzes. You know, it's I'm sure you kind of glance at it or whatever. But Crimmy, as you make it to the big the big courtyard, you actually do see Meek over to the side with a few piles of food.
Oh, I'll just wave him down and come sit over. Hey man, did you get my text? Did it go through?
Yeah, I think it did. Sorry, I'm just real focused right now.
No, you're good. Did you get enough?
Probably not, but it's fine. I'll eat more later. And he seemed to like start to tear up a little bit.
Whoa, man.
Big
Is everything all
crunch. You
right?
bite into a handful of marbles.
Mhm. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, I forgot how good food tastes. Oh,
Huh. Okay. Have you seen any good coffee spots around here? I'm really itching for some Joe.
Did I see any coffee spots in my mad dash?
Yeah, you actually do remember seeing just a little like boutique cafe that has just like 2 seats and one guy whose passion is making coffee. Known as Bar Stucks.
Yeah, I'll point in the direction of it. It's like it's over there. It's like warning now. It's like some weird artisanal hipster stuff. Um, good luck with that.
Sounds good. Hey, do you want any?
No, I want to fill my stomach up with actual food for now. Thank you. I do appreciate that.
No problem, man. I'm gonna go get in line before it gets too crazy.
Go for it. Go for it.
Remy, you walk around that corner and all of a sudden there's 30 people standing in line, but it moves really fast. And as you go through the line, Meek, you're just enjoying this delicious food. Cremy going through the line, Zesper and Hyaleem. Are you all doing anything else after that? Obviously, Maeve with Zesper, but where do you go after your little adventures?
There's about 2 hours before class actually starts, right?
Correct. And you've like begun having that conversation with Dreg when that announcement goes off, so you still have a good amount of time.
I will go to the library.
Okay. You ignore the group text. Actually, your phone doesn't buzz because you don't have a phone.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have came anyways, but still, yeah.
And that dawns on you at some point if you wish to do anything about it. But as you walk around, you're like, wait a second, where's my phone? It's not my bag.
It's well, I'll just get the butler to get me a new one whenever the time comes.
Of course,
Uh,
of course.
Actually, is there pay phones, pay
There
iStots?
are, yeah. Yeah, they're basically like the phone booths you'd see in like the the red phone booths. So yeah, you
Yeah,
can
so
make
like
calls for free from them.
on the way to the library, I'll go into one and just call my butler and be like, "Hey, I'm trying to adapt. It's hard, but I mainly wanted to call today to tell you to just go ahead and deactivate that last another one. Just add it to the pile."
Of course, Master Drelgerol. Thank you for the update. Is there anything I can do to assist you?
Unless you can convince my parents to get me out of this hell.
My heart goes out to you, Master Drelgerol. Please know, no matter the circumstance of your parents' love towards you, you will always have all of mine, Master.
Thank you. Thank you. When they left for the big oil tycoon, you were still there. I thank you.
Always will be.
I know I shouldn't, get emotional because you're below me, but it's been a tough day, and I haven't even got to slap anybody today. It's been bad. It's been so bad.
You hear him whisper in the phone. It's like, I always will be below you, Master. You hear him slap him
Yeah.
so hard. Ah!
I fear
Oh,
that the longer
Master.
I'm here, though, I fear that I may ch- ch- change. I fear I may change.
Master, please. Keep yourself calm. I recommend it at least. I believe that even as a perfect specimen such as yourself, sometimes things must change. Living things must evolve and grow, Master. It is unavoidable sometimes. Perhaps you will
I'm
become
just.
more perfect somehow.
But until then, I, like an actor, must play a part. And I will hang up. Make sure you slap
Amazing.
yourself 5 times.
A
And
phone is
go
on
to
the way,
library.
Master. Stop.
No, you don't
Amazing.
have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. Remind me of
Double
the
ninja.
outside.
He's just done with a phone. He's like, I don't want one.
It would just remind me of the outside, and
Amazing.
made me of everything I lost.
All right, let's see here. So, the rest of you, Hylian goes to the library. Back to Zesper and Maeve. What are you all doing?
think I sneak us over and out, and then back to the food concession stand to try to join up with Meek for coffee.
Sure. And you easily spot them. Meek and Cremmy sitting at a table. Cremmy with just coming back to the table after you had just went to this little this bar Stux over here, and you see this Warforged. He has one eye, kind of like a Cyclops, and he's made of mostly silver metal, but wears like a golfing hat, you know, like the visor, with a little picture of a robotic like doe on it. You like a hot cup of Joe? Or icy?
Ooh, let's go iced. Let's do iced today. Yeah.
I'm out of ice.
Please stay frosty. Okay. All right. Could I get the iced coffee without the ice?
He just pulls a cup from under the counter, sets it up top.
Okay.
Says nothing.
Kind
Just
of new
sets
in
it.
town. What do I do with this? When do I get the brown goodness in there? What do I do?
What? Look! Your coffee is there. Artisanal. Air filtered. Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in the cup?
No. No, there's not.
Huh. Okay. I will inspect it for a moment, and I guess I'll entertain it for a moment. I'll take a sip of the empty cup, see if anything happens.
Next!
I actually sorry,
Would
I
you
don't
like
mean to
try
hold
a
the line.
different flavor? You are holding up
Yeah,
the line.
I think. Sorry, yeah, no, I just maybe just a standard black coffee. That'd be great. I'll take care of the fixings.
Ah! He pulls a smaller cup out from under and sets it on top.
Okay.
There's like a busy college student, or a busy student behind you with headphones, wearing like a big bush hoodie. He's like, "Come on, man! I really want my coffee cup."
Wait. Okay. So just if I could bother you real quick, I know you're jamming. You want to get your car. How does this work, real quick? Like, am I supposed to go somewhere and fill this, or
What are you talking
is it just?
about?
You know what? I'll figure it out. First day jitters. Sorry, man. Please go right ahead.
2 coffee cups in the first morning's not gonna help, man. That's a lot of coffee cup.
It is. I mean, I guess
Can I get a meeting?
it just. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk back with my empty cups and
He
just,
puts his headphone
just
back over his
completely
ear and
defeated.
just walks away. And yeah, Meek, you could continue eating your breakfast, feeling great. Cremmy walks over looking defeated, just holding a cup for coffee.
Oh, did you drink it on the way here, man?
No. So I ordered a coffee, and he gave me the cup, but there was
Uh-huh.
nothing inside of it. So then I was like, all right, so maybe I ordered the wrong thing. So I asked for
Uh-huh.
just regular black coffee, and then he gave me a
Uh-huh.
smaller cup with nothing in
Uh-huh.
it. And then I'm starting to think that they just sell coffee cups. Am I
Did it,
crazy?
say, did it say on the sign coffee or coffee cups?
Take a question.
I don't think that I read it.
You just
Actually,
walked into a place and just assumed they sell coffee?
Wow.
I
Zesper
mean-
pulls up to be literally just to be judgmental, like in that moment. Really?
oh hey, yeah. I mean, crazy to assume that I would get coffee at a coffee place. but-
Crazy to
Also-
assume it was a coffee place, it seems like.
I mean, you gotta
Yeah.
read signs, my man.
I mean, some of these signs are a little, confusing. That not actually marbles, for example. I mean, I don't know. I think
Can
it's
you
just
just
it's the
It's
first.
not-
throw coffee?
No, it's not ironic. It's just not marbles.
Meek holds a spoonful of what looked to be marble.
Oh, he's like, I got lied to too.
No.
But to answer your question, Cesper, I can't just grow coffee. It doesn't work like that. There's a process. There's a law.
There's a
This is-
law
this is-
against growing coffee.
No, not against growing coffee. There's a law of human nature that when someone goes to order coffee, he gets coffee.
Okay. I walk up to the not actually marble stand and I go, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. And I like make like a face at him, like, what?
Like
You
as you do that,
see
Maeve will
this,
fly off your head. Go to Cremmy's head.
Whoa.
the not actually marbles vendor who looks like an old timey like parlor boy, with a big like handlebar mustache, holds up a scoop when a bat flies out of her hair, and it kind of like goes back to scooping marbles for people. It looks terrified for a moment.
I mean, if you want coffee, I can just help you, my man. Give me your cup.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Maeve.
Hi.
Oh, you're a bat now.
I'm usually a bat, to be honest.
Okay.
I feel
I don't judge.
comforted as a bat.
Yeah.
My parents hate it. It's kind of why I do it more often.
Okay. Sounds like you need therapy, but that's okay.
Nah, I'm good. I just like being a
It's-
little bat. Like, I'm supposed to be a giant bat. Like, don't get me wrong. But I
I'm
like
just a
that I
little
can
one.
be little.
Okay.
I can go big if I want.
Well,
I
so we
like
have the
being a
opposite
little
problem.
guy.
Is you want to be big, you want to be big, but you end up little. I want to be little, but I always end up big.
You know, at some point we will help each other out in some way or form.
But yeah, I'm gonna just put my hand over the coffee cup and use minor conjuration to just make hot coffee in the cup.
I love it. It's not the
Uh,
best.
it-
It's not the worst.
Yeah. You have to drink it within an hour, otherwise it'll just disappear.
And
No
you really
problem.
like it's just like the enjoyment of coffee. It's just like experiencing coffee, magic coffee. That's so funny.
Is there any way that you
Technic-
could maybe conjure up some cream and sugar as well, or is that?
Technically, no. I'm sorry, because if I conjure something else with it, the other thing disappears.
No, it's fine.
Like,
This is better than an empty cup. Thank you, Meek. This is very thoughtful of you. Just
I-
wanted some damn coffee.
I'm not a very good wizard. I'm sorry.
No. This is not a testament to your wizarding skills. Testament to this place's lack of understanding of what fucking coffee is. I'll be okay. I'll get this down. I won't be as cranky.
I mean,
We all excited for classes though, huh?
yeah, no, that seems interesting. Is anyone else gonna try out for sports ball?
I can be like support you guys, but I'm good.
I might go wander on the field. Was kind
I'll
of
go watch.
eyeballing mascot. Maybe that's my calling. Not very good at sports, but can rouse up the people.
I
There you go.
just sorry. Go ahead.
No, so all she was saying is that works.
hmm I'm just gonna do it so I can get my resume looking a little bit better.
It's a great idea. Yeah.
I come back with a bowl of marbles. Well, I expected coffee. And I got marbles.
It's ice cream.
I put one in my mouth.
You have to chew down about as hard as you would an actual marble to shatter it, but it is sweet and delicious once you do.
That's an abomination. I kind of like it.
Meek is it's like watching eat a bowl of grape nuts. Meek is just going to town.
And it's
That's
so
a great
loud.
example.
Like little gunshots each time he cracks one, but they're delicious. They really are delicious. Such a sweet treat. Amazing. And right as you're finishing up that bowl, and right almost as you're about to hit the library after having your conversation and moving over, you all hear the bell ring.
Ah, shit.
The 10-minute bell. So it's time to make your way towards your classes. And on that note, we will be right back. We are back.
Yahoo!
So, picking back up, the party as they are eating out here in the courtyard, and our friend Hyalim is making his way towards the library. You hear the 10-minute bell ring, meaning you need to get to your class. Everybody kind of splits up, breaks apart, besides Maeve and Crimmy, who are going to the same class. But I'm sure Meek is likely going to wizard class, as he should. Zesper going to her rogue class. Maeve and Crimmy, like I said, likely going to druid. But Hyalim, where is Hyalim going?
Hiram's going to sorcerer class.
Sorcerer.
Amazing.
Had to be a master of all trades. That's Hiram's thought process. Like, so basically, what I gotta do is I gotta go to one class each day, master the skill, and just become the best healer that ever was.
We absolutely love it. Well, going off the rails here, we'll first start with our introduction with Zesper. Zesper, you make your way over to the Rogues class building, which is known as Backdoor Hall. Backdoor Hall is a very strange place. It can be described as this 3-story brick building that seems to kind of have a shift to the side slightly when you look away. It even kind of moves in your peripheral. It's a very like illusion-based building, but there's no official entrance, just little cracks and crevices here, some unlocked windows. And when you expertly, very easily manage to find a way into the building, you see that it is a mess of tight hallways, moving walls, hidden stairwells, and practice rooms, resembling upscale burglary targets, like a fancy apartment or like a cool office space, things like that. And this is kind of what you see. But you run around, fight, and struggle to find your classroom. Go ahead and make a perception or investigation check, whatever's better for you, Zesper. As you scour these halls, scour the numerous rooms and different alleyways that all make up this strange building, looking for where your class would start. Zesper?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I rolled, but I'm on my iPad. So it'll come
Okay.
through our game log. It was a 10.
Okay.
I'll announce them.
Amazing. So, you look around and at first can't really find anything, though. As you climb up a couple little staircases, you look over, you're like, oh shit. As there's this strange looking girl just staring back at you. And she looks at you kind of weirdly. She is probably 4.5 feet tall. This little half elf or elven girl with very pale skin, long white hair, and you feel like you might recognize her from orientation, but she looks at you kind of strangely. But you notice that she's looking past you, not at you.
Are you okay?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't think anyone else would walk this way. I'm kind of lost.
No, yeah, me too, actually. No, you're good. I thought you were like stroking out or something. You seemed far off.
No,
Maybe if we work together? I like how you look low.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm Nessa. I'm Nessa, by the way. Wait.
Nessa.
You can there's a dead girl following you. Do you see her? Do you see her too?
Claire. Yeah. No, yeah, she's lovely.
She gets here real close. Like, my mom told me not to name the ghosts.
Oh. Well, I mean, you don't have to tell your mom everything, right?
I guess not. Can I tell my
Yeah.
brother?
If you want.
I don't think I will.
Yeah, it's nice to have secrets. Secrets make the world go round.
Do they?
Really do.
I'm Nessa, Nessa Vale.
I'm Zesper, Willowbane. Now let's find this class before we get locked out.
She's a goth like you. And she's got a little frog on her shoulder that kind of peeks up like a familiar. And as it does, you see that there's a bunch of like these little spectral illusionary clouds that fill up behind and around her. Oh, very strange. And you work together. Well, very strange. You work together with Nessa as you descend eventually down this staircase that kind of folds in on itself like origami, but you figure out the workings of it. And finally, you find yourself in a long rectangular chamber, completely made and carved of like old stone and wood. There's a string of candles of different colors just sitting across this big stone table, and at the center is a figure clad in this weird black cloak stitched with parchment seals, each with an eye drawn on it. Some of them are drawn blinking, some of them are fully wide open, and then at his side, he has a few rulers that are sharpened like knives. So this dude's kooky, to say the least. But you know who this is because you've done your research, Zesper. This is Mr. Dust.
Mr. Dust.
He's a crow man. That, like I said, wears a raggedy cloak covered in all types of different parchment seals with eyes drawn on them. And he looks over the room. He sits down in a chair, kicks back, puts his feet up. And then he looks up at you two. Sit. Don't ask whose seat you took. Take seat. He looks over
Except
all of
front
you.
row.
These are the rogues they sent to the academies. You see all this now? Don't ask question. Don't lick anything. He stares down at the end of the table. And he waits 3 seconds. As he looks out,
I lick my
you are
lip.
the only 2 people in this room right now. Just you and Nessa. They're only 2 people
Oh,
you can
shit.
see. You are not students. You are shadows in the light that is shining on the people who live like us. Yes? You are whispers. Want to be loud. Heard throughout the places, but not with the tongue, but with tails. You steal something, people say things. Who is this person? Who are they do this thing? For what? That is the things they will ask about us. Why you laugh? This very serious class.
Yes, it seems very serious.
He looks
With your
over.
2 student.
2 students, you say?
Yeah?
What about him?
Me, Nessa?
And he casts some kind of spell that makes like a beam of light cast down on one of the chairs at the table. And there's no one sitting in it. I heard him. He is fast. Okay. He claps. This is Backdoor Hall. There is no syllabus, no grades, no second chances. You are nothing if not potentially useful to me. He takes one of these metal rollers out, and he does spin it, like, very skillfully. And then cracks it against the edge of the table as he kind of starts walking now. Your enemies will not applaud! Your friends! He, like, gets really close up behind your ear. I don't know, he, like, almost teleports Esper, but he's right behind you now. Your friends will not know you are here. If they do, you've already failed. Starts walking. And you look, and there's a fucking third kid in here. I don't know where. A little scared-looking tiefling boy. Sits, he's got like a ninja outfit on. Kind of across from you, and this light spell comes over to him. Mr. Dust gets really close behind him. Grabs him by the shoulders. What did your mother tell you to never open? What? How does he know that? This tiefling just looks you dead in the face, Esper. Does he know that? What did it say when you opened it? This kid just starts screaming, stands up, and runs out of the room. Not potentially useful. He looks around. He begins to say something to a Warforged student who just fucking explodes in front of you, basically. Smoke pops out of the side. You see little gears fly, and they have like a full-blown anxiety attack before he even starts talking to them. And then Zesper, his eyes kind of float around the room before they do inevitably land on you. Miss Esper, what does your ghost want from you?
Friendship.
He stares at Claire.
Why?
But you're convinced he cannot actually see her. You think he's just getting a gauge of where she is, because when she moves, his eyes don't follow. You know, she when he glances over to her, she kind of moves and hides behind you a little bit. And what this goes to achieve this friendship?
Exists? I don't know.
These are
It's a
questions.
good question.
Yes. He returns back to the head of the table, and you see a couple more people in here now, all of a sudden. Like, slowly throughout his lecture, people are just showing up.
I lean
He
over to
returns.
Nessa. Everybody else got lost too. It's okay.
I feel kind of good that we made it here second.
Yeah,
Or
and we
I
didn't
made
even
it here
explode.
second. You can have that. You definitely led the way.
Thanks. It's really, really nice.
You
of
did
you.
well
I will
under
take
pressure.
that.
Yeah, we should be friends. No talking! And if you don't to become the friend you say, then you have failed. Never mind. He's back to me.
I grab her pinky with my pinky under the table.
She like kind of locks, you know. He's like, yeah, we're friends. This long strand of like rainbow candles, he walks over to the middle of the table, picks one up. This is not a class of parkour. Not a seminar of sneaking between algebra and regret. Listen. Your only assignment this year is to steal something of exceptional value. He points the candle kind of around the room. Not gold, not shiny. Something that will be missed. If you are caught, well, then I did not teach you enough. And you reflect poorly on me, and I may not get sleep well because of that. So take your teachings importantly. He raises a bird eyebrow to everyone. Class dismissed. If you get lost and starve to death in here, it is natural selection. He blows out that candle, and he's gone. He disappears. As you begin leaving class, Nessa, it's like, that was actually quite enlightening, I feel like.
Yeah, I gleaned a little from that for sure.
So is rogue like a mindset? Am I gonna fail? What do I steal? What are you gonna steal?
I don't know yet. I think I'm gonna find something very important to him. Knock him down a peg. Just for fun.
My gosh, you'd totally get like an A+.
Yeah,
Probably.
it would be. And
Amazing.
if I think of anything else, I'll let you know.
You trade numbers. So you now know Nessa Vale officially. And she takes a selfie with you before you leave. Like, she seems really excited to make a friend.
Oh,
Good over so Claire can
Beautiful.
get in.
Yes. And as we zoom out from the it's so funny, from the backdoor hall, we go over to the Grove, where we have not only our friends Crimmy and Maeve, but also our friend. Oh, so funny. Our friend Ivan. Zoom out a little
Love
bit
it.
here. So hey guys, I saved us a seat over here.
Oh,
Thank
right up
you,
front.
Ivan.
Oh
Appreciate it.
yeah, of course. You see your parents preparing their assignment as students like slowly move in to
Like-
the Grove is what it's called here for the Druids. Just the Grove. It's a huge, almost like a hobbit hole, a man-made hill of stone. It's been reinforced with like big windows, like a greenhouse. And the structure is ringed with actual trees growing through it. The greenhouse sports biomes for each season. You can kind of see in the background of the image here. And it's a super fancy place, but of course, Maeve, you already know everything about that.
Yup.
Your dad can't help but look over when you walk in. He's like, "Oh, hey, Maeve. Hey. Oh, you're on time. That's so good.
Like I do a quick little wave, like, yeah, no, don't call me Maybe here, Dad, please.
Oh, sorry.
It's school.
Mrs. Albright. Or Miss Albright. That's
Or
your mother.
just
Oh,
oh,
sorry about that. Maybe. I mean,
she
Maeve.
just
All right.
goes.
Okay, sorry.
You can call me Maeve if anything, if that helps, Dad.
Are you guys gonna make it to the first botany club meeting this afternoon?
Oh, I'll be there. I will
I'm
be
there.
there, my friend.
Oh, heck yeah. Alright, that makes me so happy, guys. Gosh, school, I thought it might be a little rough, but it's looking up so far.
Oh, I'm glad it is.
Yes. And this place is super chill. You look around, and in this area, you're sitting basically beneath the central tree of the grove. There's very warm patches of soil around you that sport this beautiful green grass, and there's bees kind of just, they're like fat, like carpenter bees floating around and humming lazily, and you watch them kind of like chill on a flower. They just live life so well here. In this tree, as you all walk in, a couple of the keen-minded or the perceptive would notice some leaves actually sprout as you all enter.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Mr. Albright starts cracking up. Maeve's father. Like, that's a good one, yeah. What was Donnie? Donnie, was it? Mr. Albright, this is my wife, Mrs. Albright. She like smiles real big, does like the head tilt.
Nice to meet you guys. Cremmy's just fine though. Just Cremmy. Thanks.
Oh yeah, Crimmy was it? All right there, pal. And I think that'll be just fine. Well, thank you so much for taking care of Maeve. We just love that she's got a good set of friends already. Walker. What was your name? Oh, my name is Ivan. Oh, hey there, Ivan. You're going to get along just great out here. All right, everybody. Well, take a seat anywhere in the old powwow circle that, rubs you the right way. Feel free to sit anywhere you like. You can still hear me? Then you're okay. Well, welcome, seedlings. You have made the best choice ever and have chosen the path of root and reach.
Shit.
I love it so much. The Druid's Dance, the ballads between growth and decay. And he claps his hand, and you feel that like druidic ring kind of fly out. And as he does, the massive tree begins to kind of shift and shake a little bit, and the leaves glow. And then he begins kind of slowly walking in a circle between everybody. His eyes are pretty much just glued to Maeve, though. Like, he cannot not stare at you, being within 20 feet of him. He just loves you so much. Some of you have come here in reverence. Some of you have come to revel. one of you smells like you've been communing with Basilisk grade myconids. And his eyes stray over to Crimmy, and he kind of like tilts his head down.
I like look behind me, like, huh?
He grins
I
a little
elbow you,
bit.
Crummy. Goes, you. Talking about you.
Well, thanks, Mavie.
And
Hey!
some of you came because your parents teach this class. Am I right? All right. All right.
Oh, good one, Dad.
All right. All right. Well, the Grove is not a place of lectures. I'm not gonna stand here and yell at you every day. Instead, it's a place of lessons. Lessons written in bark, stone, and your own dumb mistakes. All right?
Oh.
Here, cheers walk. Hey, look, that guy's looking a little. Look, Crimmy, do me a favor, friend. Stand up there for a moment. And you watch your chair kind of like stretches when you do. There's like a big stretch. Like, everything here is alive. And today, that's how we're going to kick off our first lesson with some action. Growth. You will create life. All right? Your first assignment and your biggest assignment for this season is what's what we like to call semesters around here. A little bit of druid humor. We like to shake it, spice it in there once in a while we can. Once every semester, you have one big assignment from us. And this time around, we like to keep it true to everyone. You're going to choose a place here in Giblier that has never known the positive life. Or some cracked tile, cursed locker, or unloved alley. There, you will plant, or graft, or raise something living. You may work with a partner, but the life must be real. And the life must last. He kind of looks over the class. Alright, well, make sure while you're doing your assignment, you record everything, you draw it, you speak to it, you watch what happens when you stop watching. And we're going to reconvene in 7 days and figure out where everyone is at with this. Alright? And one more thing. If your plant dies, Big Tree Man here, he'll let us know. Alright? Alright. Nobody says any. Like, the whole crowd of students is pretty silent. Like, a lot of people are taking, like, a lot of harsh notes. A couple of the druid kids are kind of just taking all of it in. You see this, like, turtle-looking guy with a backwards hat kind of just kicked up, looking up at the tree, just enjoying his time in here. And then you are dismissed from the Grove. But as druids, you're welcome to always come to the Grove whenever you'd like.
Nice. Maeve, your parents are like super nice. Really chill.
Yeah, I know. They're great people.
They're very warm and compassionate.
Yes. Then there's me. Yeah, my sister's not
Yeah.
the same.
Oh, I see. I guess the apple kind of fell far from the tree. Druid jokes.
I think Mr.
Sure.
Albright will like that one. You should hold on to that. Hey, so we're allowed to choose partners. Either of you guys want to be my partner?
Could we? Could we both?
No.
Are we allowed to
No,
have...
he said a partner. So it's gotta be just one, I think.
Oh,
Maeve goes, 1 second, I got this. Dad!
He's over there kind of just like got one hand on the tree. Your mom is crying just with her hand over her mouth looking at how beautiful the tree is. She just stands
Like,
there.
I walk over and just go, Mom, the crying. The crying. I know it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. Dad, is there any way we could do a group of 3?
Oh, well, maybe I don't think so. Even I want to give you a little slack.
What
I
if
want
we
to give
did
you that
2
extra inch.
plants?
Yeah, yeah, I think I can make that work.
Like
That's
the 3 of us, but we have 2 instead of
Everybody,
1.
listen up. Everybody, Maeve, if you don't mind, would you mind standing in front of the class and telling everybody what you just asked? Because that's just a darn tootin' great idea.
Grr. I
I pull-
asked.
Can I pull out my phone and
Of course,
just like
yeah.
suddenly
Reaction,
record this?
clip it. Reaction, clip it. Yeah, of course. I would add like a custom item to your inventory too, like a reaction clip. Maeve getting called to the front of the class. Yeah, 100%.
It literally walks up, kind of shrugs his shoulder, and goes, I just asked if we could do groups of 3s, and if we do it, we take care of 2 plants instead of 1 so that it's fair.
And I think that is an amazing idea. So that is a new rule we are implementing starting right now. In our first group of 3, what is it, you 3?
Yeah.
Then darn tootin' that's what it is. Kremmy, Ivan, and Maeve are gonna make 2 acts of life. How beautiful. Alright. Your mom's still just one hand on the tree, bawling.
Love you too, Mom. She just walks away.
She puts her hand on your shoulder, like lightly, like just a little like touch, as she just can't handle
touch.
herself.
Like, that works.
She never
that
speaks.
Works.
I love it. And as we zoom out of this giant, beautiful greenhouse known as the Grove, we zoom back into a little closer to the east part of the district, where we have the large tower for wizards. And we're going to the Theory Tower, ran by a Mrs. Professor Candy. But specifically here, we have a spiraling black tower made of smooth obsidian just jutting from the campus grounds. Like it looks a little out of place. Kind of like some giant Lord of the Rings, like Sauron tower out in the distance. That looks to be made of some type of unicorn horn. It's got that like engraving spiral. But you believe it's probably just a design thing. You look and believe that, just using your intelligence, that it's broken down into different stages, the floors are. And you see that you most likely need to go to the top floor.
Okay.
As you look and see Professor Candy's name flash on one of the arcane screens. And as you make it up there, the space you enter is almost like a demi-plane of its own. It's impossibly large, bigger than the tower should allow. Rows of desks drift in slow orbits, suspended in various gravitational angles. And there's floating quills kind of just scribbling away on paper at the top. But this is what you see as you take on what they would call the Theory Tower.
Ooh. Oh, this is so sick.
Yes, and as you do, there's plenty of intelligent-looking people like yourself moving through and through. And the woman who spoke to you when you first entered the academy and helped you with your staying a normal size for class sake, it's Professor Candy.
Yeah.
She is
Yeah,
sitting with a coffee mug in one hand, and as she turns, she just has like a full like Marlboro Light in her left hand.
Oh, hi, Professor. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, good morning. Reek, wasn't it?
Meek.
Meek. This is strong coffee, sorry. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
Of course. I'm in my top physical condition.
I don't want to be rude, but you're downing a coffee and chain smoking at 7 in the morning.
She takes a long drag from that cigarette and like flicks it off to the side. A little portal opens up that it flies through. You see that?
Yeah?
I made that spell. Conjure ashtray? I just sent that to the quasi-elemental plane of ash.
Oh wait, are you conjuration wizard?
No? The hell?
Oh.
Take your seat.
Oh, okay.
You see like a little pad pull up she scribbles on. You don't know what it's like, just quickly like a doctor's scribble.
He's
A quilt of
so
fingers.
sad being put down for his choice in wizard studies
It's like,
already.
disgusting. Abjuration wizard.
Oh, I said conjuration.
Okay, yeah, conjuration wizard. She would say that about any she's not, so it's okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
I'll find a seat in front.
Amazing. And the front, comparatively to where she's kind of floating, because it's endlessly long. It's like this giant row of desks that never appears at end. But just reintroducing, we have our Professor Candy, this 3-foot tall gnomish woman, the one that was just speaking, with this fluffy pink cotton candy like hair threaded with tiny blinking arcane gems threaded throughout it. They kind of just flicker like Christmas or birthday lights, and she wears 4 pairs of glasses stacked and layered slightly on top of each other. Yeah. Her robes appear to be tea-stained and have some type of like sugar coating on top of them. And her expression is always somewhere between like completely, imagine like somebody like a professor teaching in elementary school. She looks like everyone here is below her, and she does not want to be here, so she also has that mildly annoyed look going on.
Got it. Like
a
a methed out Miss Frizzle.
100%. That's a really good way to put it. Yeah, and who thinks she's better than you as the cherry on top. But yeah, she kind of gathers everyone around, and there's a few students that are like far off in the realm. She's like, "Get over here! Supposed to be a damn wizard. Can't even figure out where to sit. All right. Welcome, initiates, apprentices, misplaced warlocks. You're now inside the Theory Tower, a respiratory of arcane contradiction, loose interpretations, and tincture-locked secrets. I wish to quit. I mean, if the walls start to whisper, ignore them. They're just very bitter about being here.
Okay.
She looks around. My name is Professor Candy. My first name is not Professor, that is my title. And I am your instructor, your superior in magical comprehension, and your last line of defense in any type of magical idiocy. Remember, there are such things as stupid questions. Since I have been alive, which has been a little over 200 years, don't ask Professor her age, I've created 10 spells, collaborated on 4, and personally witnessed the failed birth of 17. Some of them actually screamed. Creating spells is risky business, though. We will come back to this. My greatest commercial success? Floating unseen servant. As she like puts her hands up, and you look around and see the floating quills as you look closely are in fact floating unseen servants, and they're not floating traditionally. It's like she combined the Tinser's floating disc with unseen servant into one spell. Yeah, it's really like very niche, but it's working. And she has them floating and taking notes. I love it. It's like unseen servant, but airborne. It levitates, carries twice as much, and hums show tunes if you don't give it a thing to do in too long of a time. But none the matter, it doesn't do laundry either. No one asked, no one will. Anyways, you're here because you want power, or truth, or freedom, or revenge. It doesn't matter. What matters is you can't simply recite spells and call that wizardry. That's parroting. Wizardry is translation. You are translating you into the world. And her eyes really like kind of pause, and she glances straight at this kid who is like half asleep. And she fucking snaps him with an electric spell, and you watch like half his head catch flame. He quickly like beats it out and puts his head down. Now, pull out your grimoires, or whatever substitute you regional tutors approved of. If it's not screaming, it's probably fine. Meek, what do you pull out?
It's only gonna get sadder, guys. I'm sorry. Um, it's just a big slab of tree bark with like spells carved into it.
I love it.
Oh.
So she begins, as everyone pulls out their focus, right? Or whatever they
Mhm.
keep their spells on. Most grimoires, someone, like you see somebody with like a very fancy crystal incantation. One guy has like an app on his phone. That's like very fancy. But you know that's like a really shitty way to do it. Like you never, it's like learning to
Yeah.
play the piano on your phone. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
you can do it, but it's like, it's not very efficient.
Mm.
She kind of begins drifting through the classroom on her little floating saucer, and she eventually slows down before your slightly bigger desk. She
Yeah.
squints through all 4 sets of her glasses, like pulling it down one by one. Ah, yes, me, Troll and Rolly. Love what you've
Hi.
done with the bone structure. I heard they have you in 7.5.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, they have me at 7.5 right now. I'm usually at 12.
All right. Well, Meek, as you know, I've cast this reoccurring spell on you.
Mhm.
I've been,
I
very polite about it. Oh, yes, what is it?
Mhm. I want to apologize. I made it go off yesterday. I'm sorry.
I know. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm coming to you now. As everyone finishes, messing with their focuses. She clears her throat, and then mutters a brief incantation. And then you hear like a wong, 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 like kind of like that throbbing like noise going off from magical energy. And you watch as she conjures up a gnarled kind of crystalline wand and a book that matches it. Uh the crystalline wand looks pretty much like a spiral lollipop made of wood and crystals.
Okay.
A little melted.
Mm-hmm.
You simply cannot learn magic on a piece of bark. That
Oh.
idiot's grimoire app would be more efficient, but this was my second focus. It was forged when I was trying to make candy spells, but besides it being sticky, it's useful. I've enchanted it for you. It contains a daily cast of the 3rd spell I ever created.
Okay.
So she gives you a just a wand, basically,
Uh.
that lets you cast lets you cast greatly reduce / minorly enlarge.
Wait. Greatly reduce or minorly enlarge.
Yes.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, so
I
now
think.
you may cast a spell on yourself every day.
I think Meek starts like fully crying. It's
Oh,
like,
wipe your
oh
tears.
no, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Roll a charisma
No one's giving
check.
me. Okay. It's not great for me, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a dirty one.
She kind of grimaces. All right. Just, try not to lick it. Or do. I'm
Yeah,
not your
but
mother.
he just wipes tears. I'm sorry. I have no one's given me anything since someone gave me my clothes.
I love it so much. And she goes through, looking through everybody, and after she kind of assesses everyone individually, she goes back to the center of the room. And as the class begins to wind down, you've been here for over an hour now, she begins handing out these pieces of paper. And every floating quill in the room suddenly freezes midair. And as the papers get handed out, she begins reading what's on it. This semester, you will create or remix your own spell. From nothing from something, from memory, instinct, raw chaos, you'll write the formula. You'll test the theorem and present a working prototype before the final class, or you fail. If you do present something, which I surely hope you do, most good wizards could handle much more than this, you'll be great on originality, function, and flair. If it causes damage, log it. If it causes birth, clean it. If you create a spell that causes sentience, you come see me after class. Any questions? Very good. Dismissed. She flies over on her saucer and like smashes through one of the windows in the side of the room and just flies off.
Oh shit. Yeah. I'm gonna gather up all my stuff and immediately, I guess I'm going to the sports ball field for that.
I love it.
Yeah.
I heard she used to teach necromancy.
Hmm?
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, I was just thinking out loud. Hey, you're Meek, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm Meek.
Hey, hey, Meek. My name's. It's nice to meet you. Oh, sorry. Weird. Sorry. Yeah, my name's my name's Twell.
Well,
Yeah, Twell Curse Trap. But you just call me Twell.
okay. That's
He
nice to
puts his
meet
hand
you.
out.
I'll begrudgingly shake it.
Hey, so like, are you into necromancy at all?
No. It's
Oh, really?
I mean, no, I'm here for conjuration.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, I just thought, like, I saw you and like you seem like such a cool guy. I've like heard your name around and stuff, but like, I just wanted to let you know if you're having a hard time like socially, you kind of remind me of my old self. I could totally help you, dude. I'm like,
I'm
this
actually
semester I'm really cool.
this semester, so you're not a freshman?
I am, but I got kicked out. Don't tell anybody. I'm. Fuck. You already broke the code. Well. Yeah, I'm a freshman.
Uh-huh. And I don't okay, I'm gonna say something. I don't mean it in a rude way.
Yeah.
But this is doing better than old you socially.
Yeah. No, like people love me. They're like 12 the man. That's what they say when I go like walking around campus. Like, is that 12 the man? I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Uh-huh. So you're majoring in necromancy?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Okay, I guess I'll tell you my master plan. I got kicked out last year because I'm faking. I don't actually have any type of a real quirk or anything that makes me special. Okay, but
Uh-huh.
my dog died 4 summers ago, and I miss him so bad. And I read in a comic book that there was this dude that brought their dog back to life. So I'm gonna do that. Necromancy, but I have to master it first.
Mm-hmm. Meek doesn't have the heart to tell him that it's gonna be a zombie if he brings it back. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. So your dog, yikes.
And for audio
Well,
only, Twell here, he's a small halfling. He's got oversized gloves, big cloudy glasses, almost like goggles. He's got a tattered backpack that just clinks with dice and bones and little, just tons of weird stuff. His hair is a frizzy mess, and his cloak has random stains and chalk marks. And he basically looks like a teenage necromancer, if you could imagine one, but a nerd.
I gotcha. Well, 12, do you have any idea what spell you're gonna make?
I was thinking of something like Ray's dead dog.
I hate to burst your bubble, but I think Raise Dead is a spell.
No, I know. So I would raise dead dog.
It's still raising dead. I
No,
don't
but
think it's just you're just making an application of raise dead.
I'm gonna workshop it. I was hoping
Uh-huh.
maybe you could help me, but I see you're not really big on the whole necromancy thing, and that's okay. I mean, it's not for everybody.
I get it. I like listen. I like making like little creatures. I could probably help.
Really?
Here, yeah. Here, take my number. We can maybe hang out sometime and study.
What if like okay, so like sleep on create undead dog,
Create undead dog,
or
but then it wouldn't
maybe
be the
just
same.
create dog?
Create dog. I think that's fine. Familiar, buddy.
Teleport to pound? We'll work on it.
Yikes. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Well,
Hey, it was so nice
we'll
to meet
workshop.
you, Meek.
You too, bud. Good luck. Just good luck in general. Yeah,
Well, of course, man.
yeah. Jesus Christ. Who?
And then
Like
last
Meek
but
is.
definitely not least, we have. I don't know, what does Meek do after class? After you like, how does he react to meeting Twell?
I think he like has this kind of not epiphany, but like self-realization. It's like, man, I know I'm not cool. But Jesus Christ, at least I'm not that guy.
Could always be worse.
It
I, I
definitely
I
could
haven't
always be
scraped the
worse.
bottom of that barrel quite yet. Ooh. And he's just kind of like planning in his head what spell he's gonna make.
I love it. I love it. Well, we then have our last, but definitely not least, have our sorcerer teacher, which sorcery class is known as the Wild Wing.
I
It
feel just at
is
home.
this big kind of glass and stone structure, cracked by scorch marks and ice sheets, and there's a big sign out front that reads "Unpredictable Zone." But when you walk in, it does not look like a physical chaotic mess. Instead, you're looking at what is essentially a table in the middle of a big open conference room with a bunch of bean bags around it.
Like like a Last Supper table type thing.
Pretty much. And there are a bunch of either, there's really no in between. They either look incredibly chill, like they don't know what they're doing there, these students, or they look completely out of touch and spoiled like Hylian. No in between.
I found my people. Just a single tear goes down his eye. Finally, the first time, normal people. And I am also gonna get into a bing bag and prepare for the
You
experience.
sit down in this beanbag, and sitting, which I don't have a map actually of it, but sitting in this circle, and you sit down and look up at this table that's placed here, 1 foot up on the table as they sit, kind of just supporting their own weight. There is this fire genasi man who looks quite young. But he has fine, like fiery, slicked back hair, a hoodie covering that, jeans, and like tennis shoes. He looks like he could be like an older student here. But he does have like a teacher's badge on for C.A.G.E, and you are introduced to Mr. Z. We just all have to remember to be tranquil, bros. I mean, really. There's not much you can do with what you were given, and not expand on it. Everything you were born with is yours. It'll grow with you. No one can take it away. There's always more of you to find. You just have to keep looking deeper inside. And follow with me here. Close your eyes. Imagine you're on a train, and the train is going really fast. And the train just keeps going faster and faster. And you want the train to slow down. But you can't make it slow down because you're not a train conductor. So what do? You get on your iPhone. You look up train conducting classes. And you figure out, how can I slow this train down? And you look it up and you learn that it's a 6-month course. You can't do that in the time it takes the train to slow down before something bad happens. And that's kind of what being a sorcerer is like. A couple kids like start snapping.
I snap. This hits Hyliam very, very deep. He just starts snapping too. He gets into it.
You find your peace as this man goes on. He's basically like a life coach. More than he is a teacher. He's really like, hey, you need to discover yourself before you can discover anything else in this world. And to do that, you have to look inward. All right, is that cool? Does that make sense? All right. Hey, we have these magical roll calling machines, and you didn't flag when you walked in. What's your name? Handsome man? Dap it up there, buddy. He does like a cool, like, shakes your hand really tight. Like, it's so nice to meet you.
Hyliam Jojo. My calling came to here.
Wow.
Something of my soul. What you said really, what I was given, I feel like I could, in this class, I could really push and dig deeper to find out how to use and expand on what I was given.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course. I mean, there's a lot you can do with what you're saying right now, my brother. Would you mind if I saw your student ID?
I don't have it, but I do have this day pass.
Like, this is for ignoring curfew on the 21st, which was yesterday. So I'm a little confused.
Yes.
I guess this morning. I don't know. Hey, I need to see a student ID. That's kind of like a safety thing. I'm not trying to, bust your balls or anything there, brother. I just, there's an order of operations.
I'll fumble in my bag and pull out a little, I guess, ID badge.
I love it. What came with your entry to the school, you show it to. He's like, oh, hey, come over here for a second, buddy. You both kind of go off into the corner, and he conjures a chair that he puts in front of him and leans up against like a cool, like a relatable adult figure. He's like, so, you seem like a really amazing guy, Hyliam Drillgerol. But I need you to know that what I'm selling here, what I'm cooking and serving to the minds of these youths, it's not made for your palate. If you were one of those kids' toys where you put the shapes in, you couldn't put everything in the square hole like that funny online video.
But what you were saying, it all applied to me. Everything. It hit so deep. I had so much. Now I gotta figure out how to drive the train. But I don't have time for a 6-month course. So, like, what do I do?
Hyliam, I think there's a lot of things you need to do, man. The first thing you need to do is find yourself. Because I'm looking at a man right now, Hyliam, that doesn't really know who Hyliam is.
Well, I am a noble, high class, very rich, was very rich, was a noble. Now, I'm no one. Oh. Can you give me a chair too?
Of course. I should have conjured another one. I'm sorry, brother. He gives you, he puts it the normal way, and you sit, kind of just pondering. He pats you on the back.
I just feel like, all my life I've been told for greatness. But then, your entire life gets flipped upside down. You get teleported hundreds of years to the future, and now you have to deal with everything. and now you're high class, and now you're not high class, and like you have this innate power, and you go to this innate power class, and they're like, no, I hate to break it to you, but you're not rich anymore, you're not noble anymore, and you don't have that special power you thought you did. So it's just like, oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh man. And you know, I totally get it, man. Sometimes that's just the hand we're dealt. Brother, like
Mm,
that's just what we gotta deal with. And I understand, and I'm gonna be here for you as a person, as Mr. Z.
mm,
But I
mm.
can't be the sensei to your teachings, brother.
Ah,
A wizard
But
can't be a sorcerer. Anybody can be a wizard, but not everyone's got what it takes to be a wizard.
but who's gonna be my train conductor? I'm heading straight to the wall.
He puts his hand on your shoulder again and looks you like so dead in the eyes. He's like, "You already are the train conductor, brother. You just gotta figure out how to drive it." You're gonna have to go though. Yeah, you're not allowed to be
Whoa.
here any longer. You
Can
gotta.
can I get like a pass or
No, no, you just need to go to your next class.
but like you see, I need to because they're gonna see me walking but not in class and be like, hey, why ain't you in class?
10-minute break, everyone. All right, let's go. I'll take you there.
Oh, okay.
Well, early
Okay.
dismissal, everybody. Go ahead, call it a day. I'm gonna take Hylium, show him around campus a little bit, and I want to see everyone in here again bright and early tomorrow. Besides you, Hylium, you're leaving.
Oh, just kind of twisted the blade there, but okay, yeah.
I love it. And he takes you over to the wizard class.
Oh, yep, yep.
Amazing. And
As we're
leaving
walking,
there, yeah.
I have to confess something. Just between me and you, bros, to as you say, bros.
Mr. Z looks over to you. Yeah.
I don't think I'm a wizard.
I'm sorry.
I don't think I'm a wizard. And I'm gonna touch his shoulder. I think nothing matters. But look at me, to be your inspiration. I'm going to give him a bardic inspiration.
What? Whoa. Wow. You're listed as a wizard. All right. So come with me. Hold up. What's going on
You know,
here?
I just feel so lost. The train is going zigzaggy.
We need to go we need to go find the guidance counselor, brother. There's a fundamental misunderstanding here.
I'm so lost. I'm so lost.
I love it. And you all break off for a moment as Mr. Z gets you figured out. He walks over and makes a call like through one of the pay phones. He's like, just hold up, stay right here. And you both kind of sound like, he's like, no, look, listen to him. He can dance. He's a bard. He inspired me. I know the magic. All right. Hey, they said they're getting towards the end of class, but I think we still have time to get you over to the bard wing, all right? You think you want to try that out?
Yeah, I feel like I've learned a lot about myself today. Then
Maybe
I
call it an
thank you
early
for
day.
it.
I'm not going to force you to do anything,
No,
brother.
I feel like this is the first step. This is me looking at the app.
I've never wished anyone was a sorcerer as much as you, brother.
I sadly it was perfect. It was perfect, but it appears I have a higher calling.
And you walk
I
with
have a-
Mr. Z. He takes you over to our last classroom of the day. Performance 7. Which is just this big, inconspicuous looking building. It's like a dome, kind of like the Grove, but completely plain from the outside. just a big sign in kind of Las Vegas, like LED, but with the bulbs. That just says Performance 7.
Whoa. Whoa.
As you walk in, Mr. Z is like, put her there. And he puts up like a knuckle touch.
I knuckle touch him. So this is how we handshake it in the future. Okay, okay.
Blow it up, brother.
Thank you. You might not be my sensei, but you are my spirit sensei.
Will always be your bro. And you step. So funny. You step into Performance 7, which on the inside is much more colorful and exhilarating than the outside. The walls are lined with very fancy, colorful paintings, instruments, props, abstract art. The windows that are like one way you can't see from the outside show a shifting landscape, a different version of what you see on the outside normally. And there are a plethora of floating seats, including rugs and beanbags on the ground itself. And as you enter, she's kind of mid-speech. The spotlight that's on her as she waddles around the outside and kind of like the center of this room stops and moves to you.
Huh.
Class begins
hello.
now. Let us dance.
Oh.
She throws up.
Okay. I join in.
Roll a performance check.
It's been a horrible day.
I've never. Damn, I was praying for a nat one.
So funny. She, as in Professor Lyrica, as you see on her name tag as you get close and begin dancing with her, is about almost this 6 foot tall, half elf woman who has a face tattoo, some type of like beautiful yellow kind of lines going across the underneath of her right eye. She wears breezy robes, has a big sash belt, actually a few of them, and colorful scarves that are draping behind her back and over her arms, that she dances around with and makes her looks kind of like wavy.
Whoa. How do you do that?
It is the art of dance. And she looks over and looks at you like dead in your eyes, with a deep but soft, unreadable expression. What is your name?
My name is Hylium Jadrell. I've been on a journey, but I think the train finally stopped.
She releases your arms and pulls 2 maracas out of nowhere. You wear your wealth like armor. That means you're afraid.
Afraid of what?
Her glare kind of like her eyes tilt down and she looks at you at a glare. I shall give you your assignment, Hylalim Dradabrol. She throws the maraca up in the air. One of the people in the floating seat jumps and tries to catch it, like the scarf of their favorite musical artist tossing it off stage.
Oh.
And she looks at you deeply. Prove me wrong. That is your assignment. You are to get 4 signatures. And she hands you a clipboard, a very fancy-looking clipboard with a laminated, but not in 4 pieces where you could write on with a pencil or pen. You are to get 4 signatures. Not forged, not bought, but from people who consider you a friend. Not allies.
4?
Not servants. Friends.
4? 4?
You are very privileged, Hylalim Dradabrol.
Yeah.
For you will know in 5 days' time if you pass this class or not. We all will. As she spins you like 20 times and throws you off to the side, still holding your arm.
Whoa. I understand. Mr. Z, he really
Tears
cracked
do
me
not
open like a
count.
walnut.
She looks at you.
He
Like,
called me a bro, though.
he is partially obligated to be your friend. He does not count.
We duked.
I am not. Forgive. I am not trying to question the legitimacy of your friendship, but it cannot be with a teacher. Students.
It was yep. Yep. I will do that. Yes, I will do. And I have 5 days.
5 days. And she grabs you, makes you like hold her as she falls backwards, and the entire room erupts in applause, as if like she's done this insane scene right before you've come in, and you just finished with her finale. Class is dismissed. And Hyalene, as you're filled with all these different emotions, thoughts so confused, your phone vibrates from the Sorcerers group chat you were just added to. Emergency meeting in the courtyard.
I don't have a phone.
Duh. You have no idea that you're meant to be somewhere. I keep forgetting that your phone was stolen. So no, instead you do not get this. As you end class, then if you have anything you'd like to ask Professor Lyrica before you head out, you're more than welcome to.
But what I was gonna say is, the
Uh-huh.
prior engagement that I mentioned that I couldn't go to,
Uh-huh.
that was me going to the club.
Oh, I see. So
So
you had already planned to go check them out anyways. Cool.
yeah.
Amazing. So after class, you, I'm assuming, begin heading towards the courtyard. What is the rest of the party doing as you all leave class for the day? Tonight, you're meant to head to Saul's, but what is your short-term goal?
I'm heading for the sports ball field for tryouts.
Amazing.
I'll be going that way as well.
Awesome. Amazing. So, we end this session with, we have our Zesper heading off to discover some more secrets with Claire. We have Hyalene moving off to figure out what these sorcerers are up to, his new club members, and Meek, Maeve, and Crimmy making their way to the sports ball field to see what they can get themselves into. And that is where we're going to leave off this week. Picking up next time, digging a little deeper into these club activities and hopefully our second day of classes. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have for this week. So I thank you so much for tuning in and watching. If you are still here, nonetheless, feel free to catch us on YouTube later. But I wish you all a great week, and I will see you again very soon. Goodbye. Say bye,
Oh yeah.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.